Well, Elon Musk is having quite the electric week. Tweeting his way onto Twitter's board of directors and getting a seat on that board was just the appetizer. With Tesla gearing up for its cyber rodeo tomorrow, this is the grand opening of its Austin, Texas Gigafactory, and it's going to be the source of the long-awaited Cybertruck. The all-electric pickup truck has already seen driving around the grounds of the Giga Texas, and with something like 15,000 people getting the exclusive invite-only to this cyber rodeo tomorrow, maybe, the chatter is, Tesla will finally reveal when the Cybertruck's due date for delivery will actually hit the calendar. This as Tesla stock actually heads south at this hour, down about 4%. Its Shanghai factory, Giga Shanghai, has seen no production since March 28th due to extreme COVID lockdowns as the virus sweeps China. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive is the guy who has his finger right on the pulse of just how big Tesla's demand is. He's EV accessories king, EVANNEX president and founder, Matt Pressman. First of all, this Giga rodeo is, I mean, the chatter about it is unbelievable, but what are you hearing? Because you've got your ear to the ground.
I'm getting texts all day today from people driving from all over the country, even from Canada, to try to get an invite into the cyber rodeo. And it is the hottest ticket in the world right now. So it's not easy to get a ticket, but I do know a few people who have access to get in, and I'm hearing some good things about it.
All right, yeah. So we're hearing that there will be, obviously, a nice tour of this brand new Gigafactory, which is quite unbelievable, and it's solar powered, and it's going to employ to start something like 10,000 people, and these are good paying jobs. Here's the aerial shot of it, and they've already got a deal with Austin Community College to start training people to go straight from college right to the Gigafactory to work for instant jobs, which I find very admirable. But what about the Cybertruck? There's one that's been seen rolling around the property there. Elon's been driving one around there. Will they announce the Cybertruck and when it's going to go into production?
Yeah, the word on the street is they're calling it Cyber Rodeo because they are going to do some kind of big reveal, some kind of big announcement surrounding the Cybertruck. And everyone wants visibility as to when this car will be produced in 2023. Obviously, their backlog of Model Y reservations is so long that they can't right now responsibly put out the Cybertruck this year. But we're hoping that it'll be released next year. And the big question is when.
What about the Model Y backlog? They are also producing the Model Y out of that Gigafactory in Austin. Do you hear any chatter, any scoop about what they might do with that type of announcement?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this Model Y will be different than other Model Ys in that they'll be revealing, we think, the first Model Ys are produced with the 4680 battery and also a structural battery design, which adds more rigidity to the vehicle and also makes it more safe and makes it quicker to produce. So theoretically, from what I'm hearing, at least on the street, the rumors are that they may even do some deliveries surrounding Model Y new 4680 built, vehicles. You
mean like presenting some to people who've been on the wait list right there in the audience?
There's some buzz around that. There's some buzz that may happen. And at a minimum, I would think they'll probably at least showcase what the new structural battery pack will look like, how the production will work, and what we'll see ultimately in terms of production ramp for Model Y. Gotcha. And it's especially important that they do this right now, seeing that there's the Giga Shanghai lockdown, and that they need to kind of make up for that shortfall in Shanghai with Giga Austin and, of course, Giga Berlin, which just recently opened.
Right. Well, let's just quickly talk about Giga Shanghai. It's been closed for 11 days. They said don't even expect it. Apparently, they told some suppliers don't expect it to open until at least tomorrow, but who knows if that's even a possibility. Yeah. You are really valuable to our viewers because you're almost better than the analysts. You look at the correlation between your order flows for Tesla accessories, because you're the original Tesla accessory guy, and how they pertain to actual sales. So what are you seeing? Do you think that the current quarter is going to be dinged by what's happening in Shanghai, certainly from the China sales?
Yeah, well, certainly from our standpoint, we are seeing a bit of a dip in the Asian markets. However, we are seeing an uptick in Europe, and that could be because Giga Berlin just recently opened. The big question is how quickly can they ramp Giga Berlin and how quickly can they ramp Giga Austin? If those two can ramp quickly, particularly with this new design of the Model Y, there is a chance that they'll be able to make up for some of the shortfall that they're experiencing in Giga Shanghai.
Well, Matt, I've got my cyber whistle ready. You know, I actually spent money to buy this thing because I got all excited. This is from Tesla, but I can't wait to see. You guys have brand new cyber accessories that you've got in the pipeline, right? Big secret, right?
Absolutely. Big secret it is. And our company recently was acquired by Enthusiast Auto Holdings in November. So it's some great news, some big news. And so what we're looking at doing this year is actually producing performance parts. So we're going from a Tesla accessories company to a performance parts company.
In addition.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be a big deal. And there's some really amazing projects underway. I just can't talk about them.
Well,
and with the Cybertruck, we're obviously really intent on seeing what the story is.
You know to come to us first when you can, Matt. Thank you.
I will.
Matt Pressman.
Absolutely.
You know, he started this tiny business in Miami, in Florida, EV accessories, and now look at him. We love it. Great American story. We're going to have much more on the Tesla Cyber Rodeo Giga Texas event tomorrow. We've got a full lineup with the president of the Tesla Owners Club of Austin, Tesla shareholder Ross Gerber, Tesla analyst Jed Dorsheimer, and Austin resident Andy Brenner, who, of course, is our brilliant fixed income guy. That's all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern on the Claman Countdown.